Do, 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 do. Right, that's me live. So I'll wait a second and see if MD jumps on. I will first of all start off by apologising for the audio quality on this. As you can probably hear, it's not too good. So if MDs can hear me okay, if you just let me know how the audio sounds, I can try adjusting my mic and see if it makes any difference. Audio is fine. Cheers, the big man. How are you doing this evening, big man? Good stuff, pal. Good stuff. Right. Well, there's 3 people viewing. I wasn't expecting to get anybody viewing at all, so that's a good start. With 3, next time I'll obviously publicise it a bit better. It is just testing. Quite a convoluted setup I've got here in the workshop. I've got I'm using a C920 Logitech camera that is connected to my laptop. My laptop is connected to my router via a 200 megabyte a second power line adapter. So the the what do you call it, bandwidth isn't too good, but we'll see how it picks up. So yeah, first live stream. So wish me luck. What I'm going to do tonight is a little unboxing of this Amazon package. I bought a couple of kits off Amazon, obviously. Yesterday they arrived today, and I thought I'd just do a quick live stream and build one of the kits, and maybe keep the other one for another day. So we'll have a look and see what we got. In fact, I'll do this off camera in case there's any packing notes. No, there isn't. Right. Get that out of the way. So we've got a couple of kits, both from KK Moon. I've done I think I've had a couple of things from KK Moon, little little unit to calibrate or test the accuracy of multimeters you may have seen in a previous video. So the stuff's actually quite good quality. So the first kit, and this is the one I think I'm going to build tonight, is a little game. So we'll open up in a second, and the one we're going to do another day is a calculator kit. It's a DIY calculator, but it's actually got a built-in. It's actually got a built-in resistor color decoder, so you can pop in the colors to the calculator, and it'll actually display on the screen what what value the resistor is, which is pretty cool. So it's going to be a bit longer, that kit, so we will put that off for another night. Maybe when I'm a bit more confident and I've got a better network set up here in the workshop. So got 6 watching now. Grandad, put up yet, get on with it. I know, you know me, I ramble on. Hello, Sion, Unexpected Maker. How you doing, pal? For those of you, if you're not aware of the Unexpected Maker, he's fairly new to YouTube, but he does some great quality videos, far better than mine's. And he's just released a couple of kits on Tindy, a Neo 7 segment display kit, of which I've ordered 5, and they are en route to me just now. So hopefully you will see that video shortly. I don't imagine it should take that much longer. It's a really good looking kit. Really can't wait to get my hands on it. It should be quite a good kit. All surface mount, so a little bit challenging, especially because the LEDs on that kit are really close together. So yeah, just while I'm rambling on, I've been opening that up, and we'll have a look at what we get. So we've got a microcontroller here, STC 15W404AS. Sion, I don't know if you know what that is. If you can tell me, fire away. And in here we've got an NY320168P5. Again, not sure what that is. We've got a transistor in there as well. We've got some rubber buttons with the sort of carbon membranes on the back. Little speaker, a few more transistors, LEDs, electrolytic caps, resistors, a couple of double 7-segment LED displays, and a 9-volt PP3 battery clip. And then we've got some standoffs, threaded standoffs and screws and spacers, etc., etc. The PCB, excuse me, there we go, quite nice. Yeah, nice fiberglass board, red, obviously routed out, presumably where the battery is going to go. And yeah, nice plating on that as well. Silk screen's got all the values on there. And double-sided board, yeah. Good evening, Musical Box. Good evening from Canada. Yeah, love Canada. Been there, went to Alberta, to Calgary. 3 weeks I spent there. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Love the place. What else have we got? No idea. Smashing. What I'll do is I'll give Sion the blue spanner. He can be the bouncer for this evening. But yeah, let's have a look at the instructions. Installation instructions of Simon Gamer. So yeah, it is, in case you didn't realise, it is a Simon type, game thing from the 80s. If you remember, you've got to memorise the colours and the sequence. We've got our schematic there, and just basically nothing much else. It just tells us where, just a pictorial representation of where everything should go. But there's no actual sort of detailed instructions as such, other than this QR code, which gives detailed instructions. But I don't have the ability to do that just now. Also, we've got a couple of laser cut pieces of acrylic, which are obviously going to make up the case. So let's crack on and get it built. So as always, we'll put in the smallest components first. Who else have we got in? We've got Dave Darko. Hi, Dave. Big man will be here to sort out any problems. I take it, big man, you're from Scotland, possibly. Right, we'll keep those components aside. Don't need that just now. So I'm going to try and get sort of relatively organised. Let's see what we've got. All right, let's see what we've got transistor-wise. 9013, 8050. And 7550A, whatever one of those is. Xenon diode, few ceramic caps, yeah, and resistors. Oh, there's another diode there. So by the looks of things, I don't think I'm even going to bother working out the values of these, because we've only got two lots of resistors. So we've got 8 of one and 2 of the other. So let's just have a quick look at the PCB here. So yeah, the hundreds, 10K. Yeah, so we'll just smash it in the hundreds first. So yeah, I always, again, I've probably mentioned in previous videos, I always put the lowest profile components in first in a kit. It just makes it a whole lot easier when you're assembling. So I will, as Dave Jones would say, get my tongue at the right angle and go quiet at periods during here. So feel free to stick in the comments any questions you've got, anything like that. Like I say, it's my first time, my live stream newbie, so yeah, it will take a little bit of getting used to until I build my confidence up. But yeah, fire away with any questions of that, and we'll see what you're just saying. But yeah, it looks like a nice quality kit actually. I may not build the I may not build the enclosure because it's got that horrible paper on it that takes an absolute eternity to remove. I can't even get myself in frame either. This is the first time actually I've used this C920 as well, so I'm not really sure how good the autofocus and that is. But the picture on screen does look not too bad. Big man's from Clydebank. Dave, you were on wrong live stream. It didn't start. Yeah. Uh, what stream was it? Was it one of my test streams, Dave? So I've got those 400Ks in at the top there. Where's the other ones down the bottom there? Out of interest, guys, can anybody tell me what this is streaming at in terms of quality? Is it 1080p or is it 720 or 480 or whatever? Focus is great, lots of compression issues. Oh, is it really bad? Is it watchable? Is what I'm trying to say. Or do I abandon the stream? It says 1080. Yeah, bit choppy. Switch to 1080. For those guys and girls that have just joined me, I just explained my setup's a little bit convoluted here. I've got my camera connected to my laptop, and my laptop is connected to my router via a 200 megabyte per second power line adapter. So it's not ideal. So we'll see how it goes. I'm a bit disappointed if it is a bit choppy, but not terrible. It's watchable. Oh, cheers, Sion. Um, musical box says it looks smooth there. Wonder what it is. Right. Well, we'll persevere. It shouldn't take too long. He says. Okay, dokes. All right. So where was that last 100K? So there we go. They're really small holes on this board actually. Quite fine. Quite difficult to get in. Right. Okay, dokes. So we'll solder those up so you can just watch me put components in. And we'll get cracking. Okay. So is that in shot? So I had my previous setup while I was testing this live stream earlier on this afternoon. Actually worked quite well until I went to watch the stream back because what I was doing was I was actually using my mobile phone to um, to film the stream and also using my laptop to watch the stream at the same time. But of course, with that bandwidth issue I just explained to you a moment ago, it just basically didn't work at all. It just couldn't handle it. So when I then went to rewatch the stream back, it was I think it was at 480, which wasn't ideal. I don't think I've ever felt as much pressure while soldering a kit as I do right now. Not even when I was at college. So I'll just have a quick glance at the comments in just a second in case I'm missing anything. These are good little cutters. You've seen me use these Zuron things. You can get counterfeits or fakes, whatever, copies, whatever you want to call them, on AliExpress and places like that. Even the copy ones are actually really good quality. So If you've not got a set, get a set, because they're only about a couple of quid. All right, while I'm doing that, I'll just have a glance at the comments. We're still here, so it's okay. I don't know if it's up to 1080 now. Cool. All right, so Sion's asking about my tool setup. Okay, so what I've said in many videos before is, of course, buy buy the best you can afford. That is the biggest tip I'll give you. Don't don't listen to certain YouTubers who tells you that a meter like this is crap, because they're not, and I proved that using that KK Moon voltage reference. That was the box I was talking about earlier. Buy the best you can afford. Again, there will be experts on YouTube. You know, the day-to-day job is electronic engineering, and they're probably laughing at me right now. But you know, these those guys may require high quality tools, just basically so that they can sign off and work and stuff like that. But as hobbyists, buy the best you can afford. But ultimately, a cheap meter will do. Will do anybody. Um, you know, Doing little kits like this in your workshop, you don't need, a 300 quid fluke or anything like that. A cheap meter will do absolutely fine. Tools wise, other tools wise, I don't know. I think a lot of you guys will be from the UK probably. A lot of my tools I get from CPC or Fano. CPC, it is CPC Fano. So Fano tend to be a bit more expensive for some reason. But yeah, CPC, get your tools from there. Free delivery over £5 and really good stuff. So I tend to get a lot of my bigger tools from there. So my soldering iron, I did a review on it not so long ago. It cost me about £45 and it's brilliant. I say not so long ago, I've had it probably about 18 months, 2 years now, and it's absolutely superb. It really is. And you can buy the replacement handles for it and replacement tips. You get these replacement tips, they cost you like £2, including delivery from China. So the actual consumables themselves for it are really, quite reasonable, and as a hobbyist, unit, absolutely perfect. So, in my haste, I appear to have soldered one of the holes over. So I'll just use a bit of solder work and get that out. Gonna need a bit of flux on this. Don't buy cheap solder wick, because it is absolutely atrocious. If you do buy it, you're going to need to buy a flux pen as well, just to assist in getting that solder to flow out. Other things I've got, well, my power supply is also from Farnell, a Tenma. What model is it? 72-10480. It's just a 30 volt 3 amp supply, so absolutely adequate for most stuff we're going to be doing. What else? Screwdrivers. Again, screwdrivers. That's the one thing I would advise you to purchase good quality if you've got the funds available. I swear by Wera. Wera's really good stuff. Good quality, last long. They've got a lifetime warranty, provided they've not been abused. They'll replace them, I believe. I've never had the need to test that warranty. Just really good quality and seem to last. Okay. My hot air reflow station, or whatever you want to call it, that is a Aten or Aten 858D Plus. Again, well, not again, but I'm not convinced it's genuine, but we won't go there. But it seems to do the job. Okay, so that's all our resistors in. So the next thing we'll do is put in, I think, the ceramic cap. So 104, 104 there. Where's the other one? 104, 104. Can't see another one. Maybe they'll include an extra one. Right, what else are we getting saying? Our granddad bought the TS 100. Yeah, I saw that. It's a nice looking little iron. Um, yeah, it just looks quite nice, doesn't it? So I don't know. I might get one of those to review actually. I think at some point. Anybody else use the TS 100? Um, oh God, as it went all the way back. Do we see? The faker the better for the 858D. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it is. I'll tell you what. I I take if I buy anything dubious, I take it into work and get the guys to pat test it. And I have to say that my 858D Plus did actually fail pat test on installation. Okay, so what it initially was, I continuity tested the IEC lead that came supplied with it. It did come with a UK lead, and it did look fairly good quality, if I'm being totally honest. However, it didn't have the earth connected. So I got a good quality one. I don't know what your places of work are like, but we've always got a big box of power cables that gets left after they've put new computers in because they just reuse the old cables, don't they? So I got a nice Dell, sealed Dell IEC connector lead. And they did the test again, and it failed again. And what it was the paint on the actual casing was too thick and wasn't actually getting a good, there wasn't a good earth around the chassis. So just a quick scrape of the paint, and it seemed to resolve the issue. Right, so that is resistors, diodes, and ceramic caps in. What else have we got to put in here? Oh, we've got another 104 there, which I missed. Minecrafter 9099. The 590E. Do you know what? I just haven't had the time or inclination to have a look at that. So I'm not sure if you're one of the people that were asking about it. So I will apologise for that. Um, I haven't had a look at it. What that is, guys and girls, if you're unaware, it's a small GSM module that mounts onto a board and allows you to essentially use a mobile SIM card to use a mobile data connection on Arduino or another microcontroller. So you could essentially build a little kit that could transmit data over the cellular network or mobile phone network back to yourself. So apologies for that. No, I haven't. I haven't looked at it. I will do it at some point in the future. Um, I'll be totally honest with you. I'm rubbish at Arduino stuff. Essentially, uh, Brian Locke, I think it is. He was saying that essentially all Arduino and programming is copy and pasting bits of other people's work, and that's essentially what I do. I just have a play about and see what I can do. So I'm not an expert in that area. What I have done is recently is I got one of these ESP8266, is it, modules, and that was really fun. Having a play about with that. It essentially uses Arduino Arduino IDE to program it, and I made a little, would you call it, subscriber counter with that. So that's something that you could probably use that module with as well. So again, bear with me. I've seemed to have managed to put a blob of solder on this hole here, which has blocked it. But yeah, rambling on. But yeah, I will look at it at some point in the future and do a proper video on it. Oh, this is really annoying. There we go. That'll do. Good old solder pump comes to the rescue. Okay, let's put these, well, presumably transistors, 7550A. Is that a voltage regulator actually? Yeah, yeah, it is. It's a 9 volt supply, so yeah, that's presumably a 5 volt voltage reg. So we'll smash that in there, like so. Who else have we got popped in? Hi Trent, hi Will Proctor. Who else have we got on? Yeah, hi to everybody that's just joined. 9013, which is where we just blocked up a second ago. Oops. But guy, yeah. Any other questions? Just fire away. I'll try and make it keep the awkward silences to a minimum. So there's the last one, 8050, an NPN. It's an NPN. They're in everything. Every kit you get from China's got a 8050. Right, again, I know it's my favourite saying. I've said this in a previous video. When I'm soldering any sort of semiconductor, be it a transistor or a package, a dual line package, I always just like to solder up one of the pins and then move on to the next one, and that just reduces any potential, you know, temperature stress on the actual component. And just go round in circles basically, and until all the leads are soldered. It just stops you from damaging them. That said, I've never damaged a component through heat, and I think other than when I was at school, I was a bit overzealous with soldering iron, trying to get a component out of board. There we go. Trim those off. Again, I'll have a look at comments. So why are you boys and girls not out having a beer this evening? Or are you just being geeky like me and staying in and watching electronics videos? Okay, so that's all the semiconductors in, other than the ICs. So I think now we'll put the caps in. So that is a 10 microfarads. Presumably that's a 470. Go onto the silver screen. Yep. So we'll pop that in first. Outside is overrated because it's 8:30. Oh yeah, of course. Good old Australia. How's the weather over there just now? It was like Australia here in the UK yesterday. I can tell you that for free. I was outside all day doing some stuff, which in fact I'll tell you what I was doing later. See on the other place. Um, yeah, I was outside all day in the blazing sunshine, wearing a jumper. Believe it or not, so that wasn't particularly good fun. I was rather sweaty by the end of the day, but that's probably more information than you'd like to have. Right, so this kit was, I think it was about seven quid from Amazon, and I just thought it'd be a little, thought it'd be quite fun. because I did have Simon when I was a kid. I did look at buying one recently on eBay, and by gum, it was they're expensive on eBay. I think some of them going for like 50, 60 quid. Right, we'll put our IC holders in now. So, oh, what's that? It's another voltage regulator. Maybe that's just you certainly wouldn't have two on this. I wouldn't have thought, but okay, we'll pop the socket in here. Clearly, make sure you've got your notch at the right side. And what I like to do is just bend a couple of the leads over to keep it in place, and then tack up each corner, which I'm sure you would do yourselves anyway. Do that one, and we'll do that one, and then just apply a bit of pressure the other side, and then reflow those just to make sure it's flush to the board. You might hear a little click as you did there. Okay, right, let's do this. I don't use blue tack. I know a lot of people do. I just don't like using it. I just prefer resting it on the workshop workbench, I should say. I'd love to get a PCB assembly jig, a proper one. When I was at school, I did. Again, I'm presuming most of you guys are from the UK, but you do work experience at school, and I did my work experience at a welding company. That's to say, a company that made welding equipment. Quite a nice name, as I recall. It was Hierarchy Welding Equipment. A little play on words, a welding terminology. And I had a fantastic assembly jig. It was absolutely superb. It was one of these big foam things with the rails, and you just popped your PCB in, populated it with the components, and then pulled down a foam lid, and it clamped everything in place. You then just swung it over, and you just soldered away, and that was you. Really, top notch bit of kit. But again, the price of those are phenomenal. It's really something that you couldn't, I couldn't justify as a hobbyist. So again, I might keep an eye out on eBay for a cheap second-hand one or something like that. So there we go. Make sure that's nice and flush. Solder up those connections. And that doesn't look too bad. Run out of beer, back on the coffee, trip to the shop tomorrow. What else have we got? You sunburnt? Well, yeah, it was pretty bad. Blue tack is too sticky. Now what? Getting the notch at the wrong end. Oh dear, we won't go there. What else? Have I missed anything else while I've been gabbing away talking rubbish? Yeah, sorry. Well, yeah, I have done that. Yeah, when you're trying to touch up a joint that doesn't look good. Yeah, quite often you make it worse. Especially It's especially difficult when you're doing surface mount soldering, which you may have seen some of my videos. If you use just too much paste in it, it shorts, branches across, and you've got to try and drag it out, and you're there for ages and ages and ages. Yeah, it can be quite annoying indeed. And Granda Pop, Kris, you mentioned CPC. Yeah, CPC are really cheap. I found, especially if you go to the bargain corner, the bargain corner section, you can get some really good bits of kit. For instance, if you afford me the opportunity to go into my horrific drawer of stuff. No, I can't see it. they do. I forget. Is it Pros Kit or I forget the name of their. Oh, Duratool. That's it. Duratool. The screwdrivers are really good quality actually, and you can get them generally in Bargain Corner for like 29p or something. Unbelievable. Right. Okay, we'll put the diodes in. I should probably done that sooner. Little straw hat diodes undiffused because, of course, the rubber buttons are diffused. And these, yeah, these fit directly under the button. So longer end, longer leads anode. I'll probably teach you to suck eggs there. And of course, you do have a flat side on it. So we'll just pop those in. I suppose we could test the colours, but I don't suppose it really matter. It should just be a random selection. What sort of stuff, Grandad, have you been buying that's cheaper than eBay? Evening, Rob. How you doing, pal? Uh, I don't get. I'm quite lucky. Just who was that saying that? Big man. Do I get sunburn from fireworks? No, I'm quite lucky. I actually tan quite well. Right. Okay. Well, tack up these LEDs. I don't generally bend them over this far, but I'm just doing it for the video tonight. And again, once you've done that, well, a little bit of pressure, reflow it. Those other three look fine. Excuse me. So we've got 17 people on, so that's better than expected, to be honest. I say I do appreciate you guys hanging around. I know it's probably not the best live stream you've ever watched, but it is my first one. It's a bit of a learning curve. Actually, Unexpected Maker, who's just commented at the bottom there. I don't want to blow smoke up his backside, but he's kind of the guy that inspired me to do this because he's just just starting out and he knows his stuff. I don't know my stuff, but yeah, I thought, well, he's done it, so I'm gonna have to give it a go, am I? So cheers, Sion, for pushing me to do this. Right, gonna pop the 7-segment displays in now. Now there is a point at the bottom, a dot at the bottom of the board. Focus. I won't do an Ave focus. This is really weird as well because on the live preview that I can see just now, it's actually in reverse. So here there's a little dot on the thing. So presumably that is the decimal point on the actual front of the display. That's what we're going to go with, and we'll see how it goes. Now these displays, there's a bit of discussion about whether they should remove this glossy film, and I personally do. I don't know what it's for, but my logic or my thinking, the reason that what this is the white plastic. I think comes pre-injection molded, and what they do is put that bit of tape over before they essentially epoxy in the LEDs. That's what I think it's for. But yeah, I just think it looks untidy with that sort of gloss tape on it. So I always take it off. And I cut my nails short, which has made it a little bit difficult. So we'll pop one in like so. Bend a couple of the leads just to keep it stuck in there. And we'll pop the other one in. Sion, if yeah, of course you don't know what you're doing. I watched your live stream the other night making that, making your module the other night, and that was, yeah, of course you do. It's a lot more interesting. Oh, cheers, Will. I hope you're talking about mine's not Sion's. I do metal detecting videos, so I'm outside in the sun. Yeah. I've always fancied doing metal detecting, and I'm absolutely certain if you're into metal detecting, you'll watch Aquachiga. I absolutely love watching his videos. Um, who's the other guy? There's another random guy I found the other day. I think it's called the Man in the Hat or something. And it was, I don't know why, it was like a suggested video. And whilst he does do metal detecting, he also goes to ASDA, which is, for them that's non-UK here, it's a Walmart-owned British supermarket, and they've got this a price match thing, and he basically walks round as the car park, picking up people's till receipts that they've dropped, and then does the price check and claims the money, which very frugal of him. Let me just check I've done that right. Yeah, but he did some quality metal detecting videos, which is you know not to everyone's taste. What's that? There's a TV, a comedy sitcom, isn't there? Was it The Detectorist with Mackenzie Crook in it that used to be in The Office, and um, Pirates of the Caribbean? I think he was in as well. It's quite funny. So yeah, again, I was chatting to Unexpected Maker, Sion, Dave Watts last night about a microphone. As I say, I appreciate that the audio quality on here, and indeed the video quality, isn't brilliant. Just because I'm using a fixed webcam rather than my usual filming method, which is my Galaxy S8 Plus. But yeah, I think I'll definitely invest in a microphone. And oh, that was a bit close. I'll just give that a little touch of solder just to make sure it hasn't lifted off. Mind you, that said, it doesn't look like it's connected unless it's connected on the other side, which it may well be. What else have we got to do now? Pop the power connector on. Now, do we need to trim this to size? We'll come back to that possibly. Right, I'll give you the option. Do you want me to build the enclosure as well? Because I don't want to keep you here if you've got other things to be doing. Let me know. I'll take. There's 20 people watching the stream just now, so the first 5 comments, whatever gets the majority in the first 5 comments, yes or no, I will take as the answer to build it, and they will come. Am I taking that as a yes? I've got 2 yeses. Yeah. Okay, dokes, Rob. Okay, dokes. Right. Okay, I'll carry on and build it then. You asked for it. So I don't have any instructions on how to build it, so that's going to be interesting. But there shouldn't be too much to do, I don't think. So I'll try and take this plastic off. Now I don't have. In fact, I've got my little tiny Swiss Army knife. I'm gonna see if this takes it off. This is just like the worst stuff ever. Sion, is all your acrylic we were talking about is all yours like this? Oh God, it's really, this is going to take an absolute eternity. Oh, we're getting there. Getting there. I'm sure this first one is just this is our test one, isn't it? I'm sure we'll get the technique after the next couple. Yeah, on the subject of acrylic and laser cutting. So I mentioned how many people we got in. There's 20 people now. I think when I started, there was about 5 or 6 in. But see on Unexpected Maker, if you haven't subscribed to his channel, please go and see what he does. He's, let's say, he's far more switched on than me, but he's he's been making these Neo 7 segment kit modules that you can buy on Tindy. So if you just search Tindy for Neo 7 segment, his kits will come up. He's got some little animated GIFs and videos to show you how that actually work. But he's selling those kits, and I've ordered 5, and I was looking at him getting Sion to supply me with laser cut acrylic enclosure for the 5-digit, 7-digit LED display. However, the postage is an absolute fortune, but he kindly supplied me with the files so that I could get my own acrylic cut. So I had a bit of dig about on eBay, and there are places do it, but not many support the DXF file format. So if any of you boys and girls had any experience in buying custom laser cut acrylic, is the long way around to the question I wanted to ask you. Yeah, yeah, Granda Pop. Yeah, I get you. So, Mick Bong's lab? Are you in the UK? So nearly done with this. I think that one was the only nightmare one. I think it was because it had all the holes in it that kind of gave more points for it to tear. Ah, you're near Durham. You're not actually that far away from me then. Yeah, I might, I might hit you up. Um, Maybe come to some agreement with you or something. I can supply the actual acrylic, or in the correct sizes and colours, and you can cut it, and I can pay you for it for your services or whatever you want to do. And I'll give you a shout out. Have you got a channel as well, Mick Bong? Mick Bong, quality name. Oh, has anybody lost the will to live yet? I'm kind of losing it with this paper here. Last, in fact, second to last piece. So the big question is, do I test it before I assemble it, or do we just chance it? Do I have confidence in my soldering? Let's see. Nearly there. Nearly there. Come on. Okay. All right. So that's our acrylic squared away. I suppose we can put our ICs in at this point. Just give them a little roll on the bench, which you've probably seen me doing before, and you've probably done yourself. Just because these pressed steel sockets are atrocious. Of course, you're not going to get nice turned sockets from a cheap kit like this, but yeah, that was struggle to get in there. And we'll do the same on this one. Oops. Okay, that went in a bit better. So there we have it. So that's going to go on there like so. Okay, so we've got four screws from top to bottom. Let's get the hardware out. I'll get rid of all these bits of paper and stuff just so I've got a clear bench. You can see what we've got. Always test first, you've got to. Your laser cutter at work, sorry, McBong again, sorry. Your laser cutter at work, is that what you do for work? And if so, how thick acrylic can you get? Because I might have the need for some work to put some work your way. Okay, so this looks, I'm going to say, reasonably straightforward. We've got screw hole wise, we've got 5 of these threaded standoffs. We've got 5 spacers. We've got 5 long screws and 2 short screws. Are we get any other components? So this is the bit that's going to be the right. Am I? Oh, I know what those will be. Oh, maybe not. So let's just have a quick play about how this enclosure is going to go together. So we're going to have our 2 end pieces like so. Sorry, 2 side pieces. Our 2 end pieces which are going to interlock like that. We're then going to have the kit in there with the spacers and then that on top. But how, let me see, how does that work? All right, so there we can see that there. So the spacers, yeah, oh yeah, I've got it. Disregard. Yeah, I can see what we're doing. So what we'll do first is we will get this in a position where we can put it onto the board. Can you do thicker than 3mm? Can you do 10mm thick? I need some windows making for a nuclear bomber. The Vulcan at Sunderland. I'm heading up a team of 20 people to restore the Vulcan there, and the windows need replacing. And we've got templates, so I might hit you up, discuss it offline. Okay, right. Let's get this together. So we'll tin up the leads on the battery connection. Helping hands would help, unsurprisingly. Yeah, and there's a bit too much solder on that. I mean, there's not. I don't know if you can see that. There's not a lot of solder on those, but there's too much to go through. Holes in the PCB because they're really fine, like I said a moment ago. Yes, well, absolutely. The acrylic top tip, as well as just alluded to, if you tighten these up too much, the acrylic does just crack. It's really frustrating. So, do just nip them up very, very slightly. Don't give them too much. Okay, so we're positive, and that's our negative. Looks good. trim the leads. So that's going to fit in there quite nicely, and the battery's going to fit in without problem. I did wonder how we were going to attach this, so we're going to use a piece of sticky tape. So the way this works is we've got our spacers underneath, and then the board connects down. So what I will do is to throw one of the pieces of supplied wire away, but that's not a problem because we've got these cut-offs from the battery clip. So we'll just trim those like so. And like so. Got 21 people watching now. Wowzers. Wowzers. I don't think I've ever said wowzers in my life. So I hope you feel privileged that I've used it this evening. Okie dokes. Right. Let's turn up these pads. Turn the leads. And we'll smash them on. Wowzers for the win. Yeah. Okay. Do you know? I think I'll solder the speaker leads in from the bottom just to make it look a bit tidier. Otherwise, the wire's going to be, whilst there's probably space for it. I think it'd probably be better just to do it from the back of the board. Nearly there. Nearly there. Okay, so where's our enclosure? So the speaker is essentially going to be located centrally on the back of the board there, and what they're using is this piece of double-sided tape, which, if I'm not honest, I don't know if we're going to get the separation we need in terms of. Sorry guys, I just realised you can't see any of that. But yeah, we've got this piece of double-sided sticky foam, which is going to mount this speaker centrally. Oh yeah, actually it does. It's absolutely fine. There's plenty of clearance on there. So there we go. That's speaker mounted, and then we'll now do the enclosure. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to. In fact, we can put the sides on afterwards. So let's make it easy for ourselves. 5 screws come up through the bottom of the enclosure, like so. And then just grab them like so, and you're not gonna have any problems that way. And we'll place that down like so. We'll put our little standoffs, the little nylon spacers over the top there, like that. And you know something, I shouldn't have mounted that speaker just now. I'll just gently remove that and try not to damage the adhesive. What we need to do before that who's is it? No, it's not X-ray Atel 558. It's X-ray. X-ray Lima 319. It's at Sunderland, the North East Land, Sea and Air Museum in Sunderland. Actually, the first Vulcan delivered into private ownership, believe it or not. A little interesting fact about it as well. I know you not all of you will be Vulcan aficionados like myself, or fans, whatever you want to call it. But in fact, stand by. I'll tell you this first. These rubber buttons, what you do is you pop them through the holes like so, then grab the ends and just pull, and you will hear a little click, and that's them popping into place. So yeah, back to the Vulcan. So yeah, it's the first one delivered into private ownership. The museum was actually supposed to get uh, X-ray Mike 607, or XM 607, which is the one, as I'm sure you know, that bombed the Falkland Islands. However, um, essentially because it bombed the Falkland Islands, that became the RAF showpiece, Vulcan, and they didn't get it. And the reason they were supposed to get it was because 607 Squadron was based at the now Nissan plant in Sunderland. So there you go. So they didn't get it because it stayed at RAF Warrington. So yeah, that's the buttons on, the speakers on. We've put the spacers in. We're now just going to put these little threaded, what would you call them? Standoffs? Yeah, threaded standoffs on, and that's going to essentially sandwich the boards evenly in between the two halves of the acrylic case. It's at this point I wish I had cleaned up the back of the board, but I can do that off camera, so I'm not boring you even further. But there we go. Speaker's nice and centrally located. In fact, the board actually looks quite clean. Yeah, let's pop the battery in and see if it works. So I thought this took 2032s, but it's 9 volt, and the only 9 volt I had was one of these rubbishy green power ones that came with a multimeter or something. So let's pop it on and see if it works. And that will be a no. Okay. Now, could it be that the battery, could it be that the battery isn't powerful enough? It's been sitting for a while. Let me just grab the bench supply. See, this was my ultimate fear, that I would build the kit and it wouldn't work. So my fear has been realised. So let's set up the supply. In fact, let me see. So negative. So that's negative. Let me just probe this, because I don't want to make a further fool of myself on this stream. So I reckon that this should be negative, which it is, so that's good. Oh, no, that sounded like there was a short. That shorted out there. Let me just again use the multimeter. Right, we've got a dead short somewhere. Okay, let's take these standoffs off. See, now this is where I hopefully redeem myself and show you that I can actually fault find rather than just not upload a video. I've never done that, honest. Okay, so we'll take the board off, and well, for a start, I've missed a pin there, but that shouldn't have affected it. And it's certainly not the cause of a shot. All right, we'll take this off a further time. And I'll see if I can get this to focus, which of course I won't be able to do. We'll see if we can see where this is, where the problem lies. So the first thing it's going into is this voltage regulator. Now, it did come with a separate voltage. The only additional component that it came with was that voltage regulator. So could it be that this is a known faulty batch, and that's why that's included, a separate one? I can't see any shorts on the board. My diodes around the right way. The transistors around the right way. My caps around the right way. Yeah, I can't see any reason why that wouldn't work. There's no visible shorts. What do people reckon? So potentially the battery clip, do you reckon? Right, what we'll do is, okay. Right, I'm going to take. I get what you're saying about the battery contacts. A couple of these are saying that now. Okay, right. We'll take off the battery contact. Excuse me. And no, it's not the battery contact. It's not the battery contact. Yeah, it's a dead short across that voltage regulator. So before I take it off, so it's these two left-hand pins. Can you see that? Yeah. So orientation. So we've got the curved side to the top here, and if I just go in under the legs, the two left-hand legs here, we've got a dead short on the same two legs on. Mind you, it could be a short elsewhere, couldn't it? Could it? Let's take it off. I may be able to showcase a really cheap but useful tool here. Okay, so see on here still there, pal? Give me one moment. No, wait till we see. I was showing see on these the other night. They're really cheap. They're little stainless steel tubes, and what you do is you get an appropriate sized one, which is probably this one in my case. And what you do is you slip it over the lead of the component, and it does help to apply some solder to the tip of your iron just to help with that thermal, heat transfer. And you basically push it down into the hole, and it creates a void for the or a space between the component lead and the through hole. So let's try that again. There we go. So what I've done is I've heated it up. The lead of the component is actually inside that now. And I'll just give it a little bit more. And then let it cool. And then give it a twist and pull it out. And then just repeat the process on the other leads. And then the component should just come out like so. And now you've got nice clean holes for your next component to go into. So I'm really hoping that if I continue to test this now, the shot is gone. And indeed it has. So that is, yeah. So I can only presume that it is that component. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to pop the battery lead back through. Move it up the frame a bit. Sorry. Is the clearly the video isn't fully in focus and stuff, but is the quality there, or is it got better quality? Great quality. Oh, good stuff. Okay, so that's that in. Here's our new, hopefully functioning voltage regulator, the 7550. Which we shall pop in. Like so. And we'll solder that up. I'm just going to test the continuity. So we've not got continuity, so that's a good sign. Trim those off. For the third time, we'll pop the speaker back on. I have confidence this time. I've got a little bit of cut off on the speaker. And we'll pop the battery on. Fingers crossed, guys. I should have put the buttons on. Oh, for the fourth time. Right, so that's not worked. See, I'll take the battery off again. Yeah, I know the chat's rubbish. So I think if it doesn't work this time, I think we'll call it a night there, and I may do a follow-up video on how I resolve the issue. Okay, so I'll leave the thing off just now. So battery on. No, still not working. Well, that is blooming annoying. Let's just do a further continuity check on here. See, now I've got continuity again. I mean, have I done something wrong here? Have I done something wrong? Any ideas, anybody? Bad socket contacts of that cap in the middle. This one here, wait till we see. So, power goes down. Let's come out there. What if I try? Let me just well, that's what I thought, Rob. But the silk screen, what I was just about to do there was look up the data sheet for it. So it's a 7550. What was it? A 7550 A-1. Let me just try and get the pin out. Chips upside down in socket. No, the chips are, again, the silk screen's marked. This got good reviews on Amazon as well. So and like I say, KK Moon kits are generally quite good. 7550 regulator -1 data sheet. So I'll just bring that up. Obviously, you can't see that, but ground V in, 5 volts out. So which is correct because the ground, ground. Shall I try putting 5 volts into the other side of the regulator? Because the short wasn't there before. Maybe when a power's applied to it, it's just failing. It's the only thing I can think. Let me try this. What I'll do is, so let me see actually what's the ground. So 5 volts. 5 volts in. So this is technically the 5 volts out. Never get another piece of wire when I need it. Let's just use this. Oh. Everybody's leaving now. I don't blame you. Ground is ground. And let's try this with a 5 volt supply from the bench. So the first, this is ground. Let's take it down. And where's my leads? Ground and 5 volts. So it is the regulator. So so you can see how it works. It's just you just copy it, and if you get it wrong, it does that. And then when you start again, what button was it to start? It tells you the highest score. Although it looks like there's a segment out on that as well. Yeah, I'll double check that thing. But there we go. I think we'll call it a night there. So the problem is that 5 volt regulator. I don't know why it did that. A little bit strange. It was powered by battery. I didn't try and power it off the bench supply, so it's not like I've given it too much current. It was only sitting at around was it well, was 100 milliamps. So yeah, but, well, yeah, I don't know. It was just being powered off that battery, unless that battery wasn't strong enough. Let's try it with that new regulator. Let's try it with a new regulator off the bench supply. Nah, see, it's not having it. It's that regulator. I don't know what the issue is with it. But there clearly is an issue. As you can see, it does work fine with the 5 volts. Okay, boys and girls, thank you very much for watching. I don't know. Any final questions that before I sign off? Any comments? Anything I could do better next time, other than be a bit more organised and get it a bit more focus and all that good stuff? What's the rating of the regulator? Let me just have a look at the data sheet. So maximum input is plus 24 volts. Maximum output current is 100 milliamps. So let me just see what it was drawn. So let me just drop. Well, in fact, I can. No, I can't. I need to put that down to 5 volts. So where's my leads? Okay, so that is ground, and that is 5 volts. Let's take. Let's see. Yeah, it's hardly drawn anything. You know, it's barely registering at all. So I really don't know what the issue is. Why it's it just seems strange that they've included an extra regulator, and both have failed. Which is what we've proved that now, haven't we? I mean, I am not a fault finder. I have no proper electronics training other than a little bit at college years ago. But that is clearly what's happened, as far as I can see. The both regulators have failed after connecting a 9-volt battery to it. There's no two ways about it. Why is this not working now? Yeah, I mean it's clearly working on a 5-volt supply. So I really don't know. Yeah. Okay, dokes. There we have it. So yeah. So last quick look through the comments. Not working. If you've got a short, take out the reg before first applying the 5 volts. Is it? I don't know how long ago you said that comment, Rob. So I'm essentially bypassing, as far as I can tell, I'm bypassing the regulator because I'm just going with ground, um, ground and the output 5 volts. So I'm essentially bypassing that, unless I'm mistaken. Please do correct me if I'm wrong. It's not often I'm right, but I'm probably wrong again. But yeah, I think I've bypassed that there. But it is working with the 5 volts. It's Why is that regulator failing? It doesn't seem to make any kind of sense. Um, Before you powered it up on the power supply, so I think you were good. Yeah, stick a USB cable in. Yeah, I could do actually. Or should we see how low a voltage it will go down to? Let's take it down to 3 volts. I don't think I've got the best connection here. Yeah, it's kind of flaking out there. The 7 segment displays are extremely dim, and yeah, there is one of those segments is not lighting up on the right hand side. However, the solder job does look not too bad, so maybe it's a fault unit. Maybe there's a loose connection somewhere. Anybody else saying anything? Almost had the kids' Christmas present sorted there. Yeah, it's Sion. Basically, yeah, it looks like there's between uh, ground and the between pin 1 and pin 2, so that's pin 1 being ground and pin 2 being up to plus 24 volts. Yeah, there's a short between those two. So I removed the regulator and then checked for continuity, and there was no continuity. I checked continuity on there was a replacement regulator included in the package, so I thought maybe a faulty batch or something like that. So I checked the continuity between pin 1 and 2, not on the board, and checked continuity on the board between pin 1 and 2, and there was no continuity. So I then assumed that was the problem. They've included an updated or a one from a non-faulty batch, popped it in the board, put the 9-volt battery back on, and from that point, it then went dead short again. So really, really strange one. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's got any ideas. Then please do let me know. I probably do have some good quality 5-volt voltage regulators in. I've got a huge, there's bags for life you get from the supermarket. I've got one of those absolutely rammed with a load of surplus components I got, and I know there's regs in there. So have I got the battery leads the right way around? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. We've got, as you can see here, on the side of the battery, we've got the small terminal being plus and the larger terminal being negative. So we'll just, I mean, yeah, let's just check that. I mean, just so I can eliminate that as well. So large one's negative, small one's positive. And then we've got 9.47 volts. So yeah, it's reading over, but that regulator can take 24 volts. So there's no dramas there. So by virtue of the fact that the large one's negative, it means that the short one on here is negative. And if I check continuity between the small one and the ground side, I've got continuity there. And yeah, let's. Yeah, I've got continuity between the two leads there on the battery terminal, and that's another thing. Sion, the continuity. I disconnected the battery connector lead to eliminate the possibly being a short within the actual connector itself, and yeah, so yeah, essentially two bad regulators. I don't know. They were, and that was the other thing as well. See, one was packaged in with one of the ICs, and one of them was packaged with the bigger bag of components. So it was, let's say, everyone would suggest that it was, we better include an extra one of these just in case kind of situations. Switch the regulators round. In terms of and in terms of what queries I've in terms of the wrong orientation, because I've actually checked the data sheet, and the data sheet shows that, in fact, stand by one moment. Let me just share and do this. So here's the link there just to the image. And if you look at that, you will see that yeah, it's a 7550-1 TO92. We've got the rounded side at the top of the camera, as you can see it there. Hopefully, at least let me bring the camera back up. Yeah, so you've got this rounded top. So as you look at it left to right as pin 1, 2, and 3, and if you have a look at the image there, you'll see that pin 1 is ground, V in up to 24 volts, and out 5 volts. So yeah, as you can see, we've got a ground, which is the left-hand lead here, going round here to pin 1, where I just had the ground hooked up there. So ground, the volt V in and V out 5 volts. Interesting one. Yeah, not sure. So what I'll do is I'll definitely have a look and see if I've got any other 8 volt, 5 volt regulators. I think somebody just commented before. Did I try 2 batteries? No, I didn't. See, on I tried 1 battery, and then I tried a 9 volt in via the, clipped on the bench power supply to the battery clip. The correct way around. I did verify that with a multimeter. Set at 100 milliamps, and yeah, nothing, absolutely nothing. It's a very, very strange one. Weird. Who was it before? Just 7805. Yeah, could 7805. What's it rated to? 7805. Have a look. Oh, in fact, yeah, I do have 5. Right. Bear with me. Bear with me 1 second. Right, I just muted the microphone there because I was walking about. So let me just have a look in here. This is where I keep. I don't have a lot of semiconductors, but I do have some voltage regulators. Huge ones at that. L7805 CV. That should do the job, shouldn't it? What else have we got? Is there any other 7850? 70, no, they're all 7805s. Yeah, they're all 7805s. Is the voltage regulator you took out showing a short between the pins? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I checked that, didn't I? I'm sure I did. Right, let's get that out of the way. I've kept 14 of you. There's 14 of you still watching, so that's good. Where's the one I took out? Here we go. So how was it in the board? It was in the board like so. So that is the 2 pins. Yeah, there is a short between. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah. 1 is input, middle is ground, 3 is output on a standard. Just remember the pinouts are different to what you have there, I think. Cool. That's good gen there, guys. Let me just have a little look and see. 1 input, 2 ground, 3 output. You're absolutely correct. So is there any way we can bodge this on? Okay, let's do this. Let's see what we can do. Do you know what? I think I'm just gonna clip this off, just for speeding up the stream. Speeding up the stream. You know what I meant. So How much clearance do we have? Let me just. I'm just going to test fit this just now, just because I might have an idea about how I could fit this in, but I just want to see if there's any clearance between the board. Yeah. Okay. So we've got, what was it again? So input, ground, and output. So that's a 5 volt that needs to go to. I'm whispering to myself. I'm talking to myself. So yeah, input. What was it? Input, ground, and output. Input, ground, output. Okay. Input, ground, output. So on this, it was ground and out, wasn't it? So can I bodge this on anyway where it's not going to short? I can't really, can I? Unless I use a bit of heat shrink tubing or something like that. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll tack some more wires on, and then we'll see if that works off the battery connector. Was I don't want to go to bed. What time? It's 20 to 1, man. Do you know, I stay up so late all the time. I really shouldn't. Yeah, yeah, all the time I'm up late. So let's just tin up some of these wires. And we'll just put them on the regulator. How messy is my bench now? See, I don't know if you saw, but I was using these things I was telling you about the other night. The little tube. Was it you? I can't remember if it was you or maybe Brian or somebody. Right, there's one on. So my first stream, we've been running for an hour and 38 minutes now, and it's not gone as I would have liked it. If I've been totally honest, I thought it'd be a nice, straightforward build, and then yeah. But at least you're getting to see me. This is the real me. This is my thought process and how I go through things. And I'm, like I say, I'm not an expert by any, uh, any stretch of the imagination. I just stumble my way through and do what I can. So this is how I do it. Right. So it doesn't help that I'm using all the same color wire, but we'll get there. Okay, so there is our regulator pre-wired. I'll just tin up the leads here, like so. And I'll just trim them off very slightly, just to make it a little bit easier to attach to the board. Okay, so we've got so yeah, sorry, who was it just saying? Well, these are genuine Xeron snips. I've had these for many years. In fact, these are my real ones. The reason I mention it is I've got real ones and I've got fake ones, and they're both as good as each other. But I do have genuine. I've got 2 sets of genuine ones and at least 1 set of fake ones, and they are superb. I don't even know if they maybe are just all out the same factory. So in, ground, out. Okay. On the back here, we've got, so ground goes to pin, ground was pin 1. So let's just chuck that on there. In was a second pin along, and out is common to both packages, like so. So now we have the battery connector on. It's going through that regulator, and then there should be 5 volts coming out, going to the actual circuit. So let me just get these buttons back on. It would appear that I may have lost one somewhere in the proceedings. Can anybody see the other button? Where is the other button? What did I do with it? Can anybody see it? Am I going mad? It's on the floor. Should I check for continuity, or we'll just put the battery on? What do you reckon? Ground is the middle pin. You're entirely correct. So middle pin, it's difficult to see because it's all the same colour, but that's the middle pin going there. And as you can see, that trace goes round to the left onto the ground on there. So yeah, it is correctly wired. Right. I think I'm just going to put the battery on. So here goes nothing. Yeah, it's the voltage regulators. Yeah, working. Other than that little thing on the display there. So there we go. I'm not going to take it any further. Yeah, it was the regulator. That's all it was. So I think I'll contact KKM and just say, look, if you want to watch a almost 2 hour long stream of me rambling on about various bits and pieces, and see that your kit is not so good, by all means do so. But maybe they can check those out and supply a more suitable package, or double check a quality control it essentially, so that other people aren't experiencing that problems. But I'll definitely watch this video back. But as you can see, I don't think I did anything wrong, and by using that 7805 as who was it that suggested? Was it Rob, or I can't remember who suggested it now. But yeah, it was, we'll prove that it works and it's not an issue with anything else. My dodgy soldering, it was the regulator at fault. So there we go. Any final questions? Do you really want me to put it in a case? I'd really like to fix that. I'll be here all night I'll be here all night if I don't, because I need to get this. I want to check that displays soldered properly. I'm just gonna quickly reflow all these just to make sure that. Yes, there is a segment out in the display. Right, what will I do? What will I do? Will I put it together? Do you want me to put it together? Get it in a case. A lot of us. Well, no. There's 13 of you still watching this, so I'm quite impressed that you've persevered through my perseverance. Can I bodge this on here and still get it to fit in the case? Let me see. This is going to be tight. Bags and bags of heat shrink tubing, but clearly nothing big enough. I'll tell you what, we'll use a bit of Kapton. No, we won't. We'll use a bit of this. Get to your bed, mate. Honestly, guys, I'm fine. I'm happy being here if you're happy being here. It doesn't bother me. So I'm just going to use it. This is, believe it or not, this is greenhouse repair tape. You get it from Wilko's, and it's really thick. I don't know if the camera picks that up, but it's probably about a third of a millimeter thick, 0.3 millimeter thick, really thick, tacky tape. And what I'll do here is this is not ideal by any means, but I will just wrap this regulator up. I'm not overly bothered about the, what do you call it? That segment missing in the display. Let me just trim a bit of that off so it fits into the case. Right, let's go. Let's get this done. You can do it. So, I wish I was drunk. I really wish I was drunk. I don't really drink, if I'm being honest, and that's how do I word this without making it sound like I had a problem? Because I absolutely didn't have a problem. But I used to, my line of work. There's a lot of people who do a lot of drinking, if that kind of makes sense. And occasionally I'll go out with the boys, and I go out with the boys quite regularly, but occasionally, you go a bit OTT on the drink, and I just cannot. I'm too old now. I just cannot handle a hangover, so I very very rarely drink. But my friend Rich, Christmas, Christmas Day actually, I was chatting to him on Facebook or something like that. I wished him a happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, and he posted a picture. He was outside doing his turkey, and he used to work in America, and he cooks his turkey in the barbecue every Christmas. And he was outside. I says, "Oh, I might come out and have a Christmas tipple." And he introduced me to. Now I don't like Jack Daniels, but he introduced me to Jack Daniels. What's it called? Jack Daniels Fire. Oh, this is just totally gone wrong. Yeah, introduced me to Jack Daniels Fire, which is essentially Jack Daniels, but it's got like a cinnamon taste. But you mix it with cloudy apple juice, and it just tastes like apple pie. It is phenomenal. But yeah, I don't drink that much. I have the odd beer. I had a couple of beers last night. Just don't enjoy the hangover. This is not going well. This is not going well. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, good God. Do I keep this going? Do I persevere? I think I'm gonna have to delete this. I'm gonna watch this back. I'm just gonna be cringing the whole way through, and I'll delete this video. Absolutely. Okay. Right. How did I get that in there? So there's a speaker, regulator. Is that gonna fit? These buttons are just popping out as well. That's blooming annoying. Right. I'm committed. I've committed. Don't cut the acrylic. Yeah, I know. This is where I put it all. I see this blooming button, man. Ah, this is where I put it all together, and it still doesn't work. So I'm using this short period of time just trying to spy where my tweezers are, because I think they're going to be critical to the sorting out of these buttons. So there's one. There we go. All the way in there. There's the other. So I'm just grabbing the little rubber bits with that, those tweezers. Let's just trim that tape a little bit further. I don't want it to interfere with the case. Right, let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. So it's still working. That's a plus point. That is a plus. Side, top end. Like so. There's a little bit. There's the bottom piece. Oh, tennies. Everybody's bomb busting. Plastic cover. Get the old weirers out. And just the very slightest of tightening down. I've been warned twice, don't crack it. So I did do the Angry Man thing on one video. It was the little FM microphone kit. I don't know if you saw me do that, but at the end of the video, I smashed the thing up. I know it's just timed out. It's just timed out because I didn't press any buttons. Very gentle tweak on the bottom here. And that one's got nothing to think. Well, it's taken 1 hour and 50 minutes to do this. It would have taken a child probably about 5 minutes to build it, but it's done. It's finished. Finally. Actually, quite a nice looking little kit. Quite robust, actually. I'm not going to stress it too much, but yeah, not a bad little kit. Clearly, we've got a big bodged regulator in there, but I'm quite glad I finished it. I'm not going to say I redeemed myself, but it is working. It is working in a fashion. So I think nearly 2 hours. We'll call it a night there. So that was my first stream. Um, yeah, thanks for watching. I suppose all I could say. I know it's not perfect. Hopefully you enjoyed it. But yeah, I will maybe do it again at another point. However, I don't think it's going to be this kit. Or will it be this kit? Will it be this kit? Possibly. I'll take a look at it and see how I feel. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I think probably most of you have already subscribed to my channel, so thank you very much for subscribing. I do have some things in underway. Sorry, what am I trying to say? I do have some plans to do another competition time video to thank you for subscribing. And I will be doing a subscriber video shortly, to say thanks and give you something back for supporting me. I'm just gonna, just while I was talking about it, I'll, don't know if you can see this. This is my little, what do you call it again? ESP8266 module. And this is running, should be running. Why is it not working? This is running a little script that pulls my subscriber stats. So we'll turn it on and see how many subscribers I have lost during this video. So it's just Cockers is my nickname. Cochrane, Cockers. I get called Cockers, so I just put it on there because I couldn't fit the whole thing in without messing it up. Where was I going with that? Yeah, thanks for watching, and keep stay tuned, and I'll do that competition time shortly, as well as potentially another live stream. I may chat to some people and see, can they give me any tips, because it's atrocious. Quite nerve wracking, if I'm being totally honest. I do, as you're experiencing now, I do ramble on quite a bit. It's just what I do, and folk just have to accept that. If they don't, well, I'm sorry. Well, it's taking ages. So what this does is basically connects the Wi-Fi and does all the jiggery pokery, and then pulls us that. It was Brian Lau, I think it is. I'll link to his channel in the comments below. He did a little script. Yep, I have lost 3 subscribers from the start of this video. That's the first subscribers I've lost in a wee while. I don't care. It's quite funny. But yeah, Brian's script does this. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it pulls the number of views. So namely 1.4 million views and almost 6,500 subscribers. Yeah, right. I am going. So just a one final cast down the comments. Yeah, Cody's one of the legs the regulator detaches. Yes, a crack. He plays a drop. Remember on an FM mic about 1993 and being really disappointed with it. Yeah, they are a bit rubbish. Your stress is why 10 of us are still here. We've all Filipino ourselves. Yeah. It's no stress. I enjoy. I quite. Well, is it wrong to enjoy things when it doesn't work and you've got to do that fault finding bit? Always see things through to the end. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Can I PayPal you in your Hotmail? No, I did. Well, there's no need for that. In fact, I don't have Hotmail. I don't think my Hotmail address is live anyway. It is public, I think. But yeah, but there's no need to Hotmail me anything, PayPal me anything. Hope you do more. Send a link. My son would love it. Was that to Brian's channel, Big Man? Was it? LED cube next time? No chance. Great entertainment, keep coming. Cheers, Kris, for the stream. Need to do more. Owned it. Well, again, thanks, Will, but I don't think it owned it. It was up to Julian Islet or Big Clive standards. Absolutely not. Keep them coming. Fault finding and bodging it. Actually, Julian subscribed to me the other day. I was well happy with that. I've arrived. do some more streams. Well done, chat. Yeah, cheers, Cody's. Well, thanks to everybody for watching. I'm dragging out this goodbye. I don't want to go. I don't want you to leave. No, I'm all joking. Yeah, first time. I do appreciate you watching and sticking with it. Hopefully enjoyed it. Thanks for being here. Yeah, hopefully next time we'll be a bit better. Take care of yourselves, boys and girls. Hope you have a smashing weekend, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers. Bye bye.